Well, we're in Mobile, Alabama. Not too far from being done for the day. Like I said, we'd come on earlier, but like I said, it's been quite the day. They probably think we're fighting. Is that what it is?
Fixing to throw this out the window.
Were you fixing to throw it out the window?
Yeah, because it don't never work.
Well, just don't worry about it. Forget it. You done threw it on the ground so many times, it probably don't work.
I didn't throw it on the ground. It's
Well, then how the
falling on
screen get
ground.
cracked?
You know what? I wouldn't push me today if I were you.
Don't poke the bear.
Hello, guys.
Are you telling me not to poke the bear? This
Yeah,
ain't
it
quite
says
as
hi
fun.
from Michigan.
This ain't quite as funny with just being stuck. Yeah, get you some. You think it's cute when I didn't see him until I heard it.
Oh man, there's a lot of congestion in this tunnel. Give me a minute, guys. I'm still trying to get the tablet to come on. I don't think I've ever seen this tunnel this congested.
Well, we usually come through here pretty early in the morning too. Robert says, great to see you all, G's and G-Force family. You also.
Gucci no.
She don't like that.
Make her mad. Everyone's honking their horns.
He asked me to honk.
Oh. I just thought you were doing it because everyone else was doing
No,
it.
he put his hand out the window.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
I'm just about there, YouTube. Doris says, hi, G's. Have a safe trip. Rainy here in Pittsburgh. It started to rain a little bit, like sprinkle, when we were in Louisiana, but thankfully it didn't amount to anything.
Well, I figured it rained enough to at least clean the truck. It didn't work good.
I know, right? Sweet says, howdy, y'all. Ralph says, Mobile Tunnel. Safe ride, y'all. Doris says, freedom honk.
They're all honking their horns.
I know, I heard him. There we go. Hey, Cindy Bug. James Napier says, Mobile. Sherry Beavis says, hello, how are you doing
He pulled
today?
up next to me and started honking his horn, wanted me to honk.
Where's this tunnel at? We're in Mobile,
Mobile, Alabama. If you look up here, right as we come out of the tunnel, you'll be able to see the USS Alabama battleship.
Mo says,
if
yo,
G grabs the
G's.
phone, she can probably turn it as we get up to it.
Denise says, boy, that's a long tunnel. Jim Trick says, good afternoon, G's.
Not there, baby.
Family.
I have to go around this bend up here. See the flags up there? Up ahead.
No.
You can see the mast up right there. To the right of the flags.
Okay, now I see it.
You have 0 hours and 59 minutes
hush
until you
up.
exceed the 11-hour driving limit. In accordance with the USA Federal Hours of Service Regulations, Section 395.3.
Bear with me, guys. Bear with me. It should get better as we come around. I don't even know if I'm pointing in the right direction. There we go.
There you go.
Super bumpy, though.
Roll your window down.
You can. There she is, guys. Sorry about the loud noise, but it gets a clear picture.
wasn't me,
No, it wasn't G.
believe it or not.
So, remember how we told y'all that our homeowners insurance company asked us if we had one of those, like, video doorbells, and we went out and we got one? Well, I'm glad we did. Remember how we also told y'all that we parted ways with the contractor because, you know what, he basically bailed on us and no more work got done.
Yeah, we're having a redo of a bunch of
And
work
yeah,
that he did.
we had to bring new people in to fix the mess that he did. Well, he subcontracted stuff out, like stuff for the outside of the house. And apparently, the soffit and the fascia. And apparently, he did not convey the message when we spoke to him a couple weeks ago that we were done with him to his subcontractor. So his subcontractor showed up today on my video doorbell. And the area we were in Louisiana, signal is patchy, so on my end, I'm trying to talk to him through the doorbell, figure out who the heck's at my house because I don't recognize the vehicle in the front yard, in the driveway. And all of a sudden, I'm trying to talk to him and it's not working. And then I catch bits and pieces.
Right before you started talking, what did we see? We seen somebody.
A woman walk from the driveway, and then the next time I seen her when the video came back up again, she's at my front door, and you can tell that she's trying to unlock the door because I can see her butt still sticking out, and the storm door kind of pressed up against it, holding it open. And the next thing you know, the storm door closes, which means that she was inside my house at that point.
She walked on our new floor that's not cured yet.
Yes, our floor guy just finished putting the third coat of poly on our floors a few days ago. He was not going to come back for about a week or so to wait to let the floor start curing to finish work on the inside. Well, she walked all over my brand new floors.
With her boots on.
So
She had no business being in there.
no, she had no business being in the house because even if they came back to do the work that the main contractor subcontracted them to do, that was all outside work. So there was no need for her to be in the house. Well, and then, this is all going on, and G calls the contractor and lets him know that, you know what, you need to call the person you subcontracted the other work out to and let them know they need to leave. We're fixing to call the cops. They're trespassing. They should not be there. You should have conveyed this message to them when we talked to you a couple weeks ago. And I'm watching the video doorbell, and all of a sudden my ladder is sitting there on my front porch, and then my video doorbell cuts out, and then my video doorbell cuts back in, and my ladder's gone. So she tells the contractor again, and you know what? He took my ladder. So you need to make sure that my ladder gets put back. Well, at this point,
You finally were able to talk to him.
I was finally able to talk to him. He identified who he was and what he was doing there. And, okay, well, at that point, he was on the phone with the main contractor and talking to him, and I could hear the conversation. And he goes, well, there was a ladder. And he goes, oh, okay, I didn't know that. And he goes, well, I'm going to get my scaffolding before we leave, which is scaffolding was on the outside of the house where he left it from months ago, from when he didn't finish the job to begin with. He finally gets off the phone, and you can tell he's obviously pissed off. He grabs our ladder, drags it up onto the front porch. Or sorry, he was still on the phone with the contractor. Grabs it up, drags it on the porch. He goes, I'll just put this
right here. Put this MFR right here.
I'll just put this MFR right here. He puts it right in front of my video doorbell.
How do you like that, you mother effer?
Sure, even my front door was not unlocked.
He's lucky I wasn't home.
My front door was not unlocked.
They knew where the key was.
They did, yes, they did know where the key was because they had been at the house before when the main contractor was there. But they did not have permission at this time to be at our house. Like I said, we parted ways with the main contractor, and he should have relayed that message to his subcontractor.
And even if we didn't part ways and he was there to finish the work, he was there to finish the work outside of the house, not inside of the house.
Yeah, he had nothing to do with the inside work. He was a soffit and fascia guy, which has nothing to do with the inside of the house.
The air skirts that I had inside the house were to get stolen.
Sherry says, oh, that is wrong. Call cops on him. I actually was on the phone with our sheriff's department back home, and I pulled up my video doorbell again, because like I said, signals going in and out. I pulled it up again, and at that point they were gone. I went back through the history. I was able to screen record everything. I took a great screenshot of the woman standing there before she started unlocking my front door.
With a cigarette in her mouth.
With a cigarette in her mouth, walking in on my brand new, freshly done hardwood floors. And so needless to say, I called my son-in-law. My son-in-law wasn't able to go down there because he was waiting for their couch to be delivered. Lay got off of work in the meantime, and as soon as she left work, she ran to Walmart, and I was talking to her on the phone, and she stopped by the house. She was able to move
wanted to know where the rest of his money was. I said, take that up with the guy that hired you. I didn't hire you.
We didn't contract you to do anything.
I hired the contractor.
Hired the contractor, and he subcontracted.
I said, you are a subcontractor. I don't pay you.
And then he wanted to say that, I guess try to tug at our heartstrings and say the reason he hadn't been back.
He had showed up in,
Needless to say,
3 months?
the last time that they were at our house was in January. Needless to say, he said the reason he hadn't been back was because his wife had been in the hospital. Whether that's true or not, I don't know.
Well, at the same time,
But
Brandon said he was trying to get a hold of him.
The same thing is, like G just said, we talked to the contractor, and he said he was trying to get a hold of the subcontractor and could not get a hold of the subcontractor. Ended up getting a hold of a whole different new subcontractor.
And ghosted him.
And that one ghosted him too. So, it's like, are you serious?
Another 7.5 miles to go.
Dr. Pepper Drinker says, what pisses me off is that people do stupid things like this and refuse to take responsibility for their own actions, and they blame other people. Tim C says, oh yeah, definitely should not have been in there. I was just curious. Yeah, like I said, Laylee went through to see, you know, what she could see and make sure that that the doors were locked, the keys were put in a different location, and to see how much walking around was done inside of the house. Jennifer Duck says, you guys can't get a break, can you?
Sure don't seem like it.
Karen Napier, thank you for the stars, hon. Star salute.
Thank you, Sierra.
Crystal says, hi, G's. Hate that happened. Hope you didn't hurt the floors. God bless you.
I hope not.
Well, we spoke to our floor guy, and
He's gonna come check it out.
he's going to check it out. So, Roy says, I think we need to get a door cam. I really like ours. It's really nice to have it, especially in a case like this.
I wish it was hardwired though.
Yes.
I didn't think ahead when we were doing it. I would have run some electric out there, but I wasn't thinking.
Sherry,
So it's getting to recharge it.
yeah, Sherry Beeman says, this is bullcrap, that she walked in there and the guy is trying to steal your ladder. It is. Cindy Chastain says, was there any damage?
I'm hoping not.
What we can tell is that you can see where she walks from her boot prints on the floor, from the dirt on the bottom of her boot. So we won't know better until our floor guy goes to look at it.
Thing is, he did a great job. He's really
He
meticulous.
did. He redid what you call it, because we had the rubber transition strips going from the dining room to the kitchen, and they didn't look good. They looked horrible. And he went in there. He got the wood transition strips. He stained it the same color as the floor. You know, he polyed it. He installed them, and it looks flawless. From the pictures that we seen after he put the very last, you know, he showed us pictures throughout the whole process. From the time he started standing until, you know, he started
The
doing
piece
the
of the
stain.
floor that we had to patch.
Yeah, you
can't
can't
really even see it.
That on the back wall where that old air conditioning unit used to be, and that damage was done to the floor, and Donald fixed it. And now that our floor guy went in there and sanded it, stained it, and polished it, you can't even tell. It's all cohesive. Brett says, oh, speaking of the truck, I seen your video from last night. It's a beautiful truck. How long have you all had that truck?
About a year and a half, something like that.
It'll be 2 years in December. City Adams says, I wish my son lived nearby. He would get everything you asked of done. All he would ask is for some G-Spot products. Roy says, we live in the foothills. It'd be nice to see what's going on when we're not home. Doris says, you're in the Redneck Riviera.
Yep. Just about done, though.
Dr. Pepper Jr. says, I'm glad that you got a doorbell video of me. We are trying to decide if we are going to get one for the trailer. And I think I see Sherry Beeman asked what kind it is. It's, what is it, the Nest?
Nest, yeah.
It's the Google Nest
I think they all
doorbell.
work pretty much the same.
Cindy Chase says, I like the security my sister has. The camera show video on her phone. Way cool. See, that's what ours do to y'all.
Well, once we get all settled and he can afford to do it, then we'll have a whole security system put on, like a camera system put on all around the house, like I did in my other house. Buddy down the road, Terry, he did our other house.
Yeah, he did our last
He did an
house with our
awesome job
cameras.
with it.
Donna says, we went to Walmart and bought two new tires. My husband wanted the spare tire put on the rim that we blew out. It was a 205. Well, they thought the blow-up tire thermostat, the security system with all the cameras, and it's a real nice setup. Tim C says the Nest is better of all those different ones, Sherry Beeman. They have thermostats, cameras, smoke detectors, and all sorts of stuff. City Chase says my husband is away for a few days. He is taking a course for motorcycle and get his license, so he drives the Harley legally.
Oh, right on.
Good deal. Dr. Pepper Jr. says, Trucker G, I wanted to let you know that we saw the other day this Swift truck went around this turn and the back tires hit the cement boulder and it blew the tire.
Oh,
and
yeah, I've seen them do that before. That's never a good thing.
No. Jordan says, I love the hats and aprons. Awesome, sweetheart.
Thank you.
James says, good afternoon. G's from Lisa's Truck Center, Moriarty, New Mexico.
I know it well.
Cindy Chase says, Dad's doing okay and still honoring. Yes, they're both doing great. Actually, G's aunt Shirley and Uncle Ken stopped by Scotts Bluff to see G's dad, which I know that just made his day to see his sister.
You're right, buddy.
And then I got to see my dad and my brothers, and they're all doing great. Eddie says, I'm curious, did you all find the surprise? I guess I didn't.
I don't know. It was all a surprise.
Yeah. I found the tomatoes, the avocados, and the chips. What else was there? I can't remember now. And TT Boo says, thank you so much for the carrots. They were munching on them this morning after their breakfast. Cindy Chastain said, did G's sister ever get her kitchen finished? You know what? I haven't talked to
my sis
Sheila in a little bit. But knowing her,
Yeah,
I
I'm
know
sure
last
she did.
time I seen they were actually after the cabinets were put in, they were putting back all her pots and pans and dishes and stuff.
If she was having trouble, she'd call me. Believe
She
me.
would have, yeah.
She'd be saying, brother, you need to get down here. Because I'm fixing to go to jail.
And he says it was by the juice. Oh, I see the juice. I'll have to look again, sweetheart. Anthony says, so glad you are finally fixing to get some rest. And hope you all have a great night's rest. Love you all. Much love to you. Tim C says, how is your brother? I missed any updates. Johnny is home and he is doing great. He just...
Haven't talked to me. He don't answer his dang phone.
He wanted G to call him, and G called him like 2 days in a row, and he didn't answer his phone. So, City Chase says, we are here. We are here. Miss you, Mr. and Mrs. G. Love you, and have a good rest of your day. Thank you, hon.
Oh, much love. Much
All
love.
right, guys, I'm going to feed these pups and get around to go to bed.
Luke's
We're
just heard
tired.
the air brakes.
He did hear the air brakes. He said, it is time, Mom.
His
It
eyes
is
got
time.
wide and the ears perked up.
He said, okay, Mom, hurry up.
Love you guys.
Love y'all. Bye.